Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode. Because we geek, we encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, I don't got nothing clever to say today, man, because a lot of people been shooting shots at a certain person online, man. But listen, we're gonna get to all that today. It's your boy Real, got Cuz in the building, Big J, BA. We back again with another one, man. Listen, we do all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. So if you guys are into DC, Marvel, Star Wars, all them things, Harry Potter, we got Harry Potter show, he's coming out, I think, later this year. RoboCop, Terminator, whatever it is, Aliens, whatever it is, y'all. We talk about it all over here on the show. Shout out to the folks, man, who've been subscribing to the channel, man. Help us get to our first goal. We definitely appreciate y'all, man. Still need some more of your subscriptions, man, to help out to our next goal. So if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. So too, if you guys can do us a favor and hit them likes for us today, that'd be much appreciated as well. All right. And also, if you got any questions or any comments addressing any of the topics that we bring up here today, simply add it to the comment section and we'll address them here at the end of the show. All right, fellas. Couple interesting shows dropped here. We can go over here for a little bit, man, kind of give our thoughts on them. The Last Airbender, and it's episode 2, right? Of House of Dragons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can't think it's 3. So episode 2. Oh yeah, I know. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to Avatar here first. But before we do, all right, I'm letting y'all know now. If y'all have not watched this yet, we recommend you go watch the show. It's on Netflix. All 8 episodes are on Netflix, season 2. Go watch it. Oh, they did 7. They cut out 1. Bastards.
And that's my argument. That's
you ain't the only one. People complain about that. But we gonna get to it, man. But before we do that, man, we gotta warn you. Spoilers.
Working this time.
Yeah, man. Now my stuff are acting up. All right, let's get to this, y'all. Let's see what they're talking about with this show, man. So check it out. So it says Avatar: The Last Airbender season 2 opened to a 63% on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see what this compared to for season 1. Season 1 was a 62%. All right, so let's get y'all thoughts on this real quick, man. Cuz, what was your thoughts on season 2 of Avatar, man? That Last Airbender.
It was fun. It was really enjoyable. I'm gonna start with the negative though, because that's what I told y'all that I wanted to talk about the negative. The negative is the.
Hold on, cuz let me read some stuff off real quick.
Right.
Into this show. So let me see. So Avatar: The Last Airbender season 2 had a 60% drop in viewers from season 1. Said many fans dislike some of the casting and the cut to the storylines. Let's see. Also, too, it's a 59% drop in viewership from the first season. Was 21 million plus when it launched in 2024. Since Netflix live action Avatar: The Last Airbender season 2 debut with 8.7 million views in the first 4 days. Now there you go, Chris.
So for one, I don't think that they could actually use those as legitimate numbers because Netflix don't advertise like that. Like if
funny you said that too, because people was complaining about that.
Because like if House of the Dragon had a drop off, now that will be an issue because they advertise it heavy. It's scheduled to like a certain time frame to watch it. But for Netflix shows, like they don't advertise that heavy. So I don't understand like why that would be a thing. But my main negative is the fact that what you mentioned earlier was the fact that it was 7 episodes instead of 8. So I felt gypped out of that extra hour. I think that they could have found a storyline between episode. Well, I liked how it ended on a cliffhanger, which is like it's a kind of close to how the cartoon went, but I feel like they could have went with a couple extra things before that, just to be able to get us that extra hour. I don't care if it would have had to be in a filler. I just want an extra hour of the show because I really enjoyed it. Because as soon as I saw that on Rotten Tomatoes it was a 63, I was like, oh, this is going to be a banger then. And to me, it was. Toft, I don't know if that was the complaint for people, but to me, the actress that they chose for Toph was top tier. It looked just like the girl from the cartoon. She had the same attitude. Like
Yep.
she like
Mannerisms.
it manner it was like, yo, I don't know if they whoever did the original art already had this woman as the idea, but it was basically like they took her out of the cartoon and then brought her to real life. Like she was fantastic. She was by far my favorite character. I am liking that they are speeding it up because the as far as the release than what they typically do because the actors are getting older. So the avatar is about the same height or taller than people than the others. So it's a little bit different when it comes to that. Which I mean, this is a human thing. It's just regular like human growth. So it's to be expected unless they would have been crazy young. But I think he's still really good as the avatar. I think he does a very good job especially with the emotions, with ABBA and everything. Uh, so to me, overall, it was a great show. It had the good emotions. The acting was good. The action, the fighting was really good. Uh, because he was such a aloof as far as the earthbending boxing say. It was the same as the TV show as well as far as being aloof. So I think they covered that really well. And yeah, I think they going from season 1 to season 2, they kept it pretty consistent. And I think that the writing was good. So I don't really understand like the heavy criticism, but that was just me. I just was excited to watch it and was upset with that extra hour show or episode. What about you, BA?
Um, I think people need to chill out. I think that's the number one thing. It's very difficult to make a real life adaptation from a animated series, especially animated, which was on the side of anime. You know what I mean? So it was
Hmm.
like you're not going to get the same battle scenes and all this other stuff. Like, but that being said, the visuals, if anything, Netflix did right was the visuals. I'm
Boy,
not
I don't know how they
the,
did that. I don't know how they did it, bro.
thing.
Man,
I don't.
listen.
The bending I get right. They're not doing the exact same hand movements and all that.
Mhm.
He
Okay,
was
cool.
still fire though. No pun
Yeah.
You got
intended.
it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when the lightning affects the water effects, like like you
Yeah.
really look like these people getting smacked with like water and stuff like that. Like it's the visuals is crazy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And they made a air bison look as realistic as it's going to look. Under the budget that they're working with and everything. So it's like it's so much negativity when it comes to this show, and people just don't look at the positives of it. And even
Mhm.
with we'll just mention like the height difference. Like, dude is like taller as everybody. Ang that is. They mentioned that multiple times in the
Mhm.
show. It was like,
Yeah.
my God, you grown.
Shoot, the
You
first
know what I'm
episode,
saying?
very first 30 seconds of the
Very first
show.
episode. So they know that the kid had a growth spurt. They can't help
Mhm.
that in a sense. So it actually makes it better because once they finish season 3, hopefully they have enough to do season 3. They can spin off and just do the adult version and just
Mhm.
rock it. Just continue it. And which is something that I probably wouldn't have seen based off the animated show and things of that nature. So I enjoyed it. Yeah, the Azula was, supposed to be on season 2, but she showed up on season 1 and stuff. People complaining about, like, Jesus Christ, like she showed up when she showed up,
She's a beast.
and it was like, you look at her face so chunky. Like, what? Why they got her? Like, what are we talking about? What are we complaining about? These are
Oh,
some of like legit.
talking about May. Yeah, it was playing about May. I'm like, oh my god, bro.
Like, what we doing? So I think that the acting, the actors were fine. These are still child actors in a sense, right? Or at least teenagers. So I'm not expecting Academy Award winning type joint like the dude from Adolescent. I'm not expecting the whole show about, based off of acting and not this. I'm not here for the acting. I'm here for the visuals. And with that being said, the cliffhanger was crazy. We know he's gonna survive and everything. That was shaky a little bit, but when I say that and I'm glad we waited and just did the whole season, because the first 4 was like, okay, all right, it's moving, but the last 3, it took off. Azuka I mean, as soon as he got his shortcut hair instead of the bald head, he took his whole thing to a whole nother level. And I was here for every step of the way. Like he's probably my favorite character.
Yeah.
And
especially
just
the
others are holding it down. It's not like the others are bad or nothing like that. Qatar is fine. Her brother, Suko, like he's fine. Like he's somewhat funny. He's not as funny as the animated version, but he's definitely funnier than that Airbender joint from a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? So he does have some type of comedic timing. It's just, not as zany as a TV show that was geared towards kids. You know what I mean? So, he's not going to do the exact zany stuff. This is war at the same time too. Like, that didn't make sense in the animated show, but we're not gonna poo-poo that, right? Because that was perfect. That was perfection. What everyone says, like, you don't touch that. So that it's little stuff like that. We can go back and forth on either way when it comes to critiquing that. If that Avatar show came out today with the audience and the 2026 type of critics that we have, people would have picked that show apart. They would. You know what I mean? And it's just, it is what it is. So 7 episodes. Yes, I was wanting more. That's what you want. Like I was like, it's over. Like, let me check the thing. And I looked at it, 7 episodes. Like, damn, first one had 8. So it had me wanting more towards the end of the series or end of the season. And did they stick the landing? As much stuff that was going on within that last few battle scenes and things of that nature, I really thought the brother, I just said his name earlier too. Anyway, don't matter. The Fire Nation son.
Zuko?
I really thought that he turned the leaf. Suko, yeah, I really thought he turned, but he went back. I was like, well, eventually he's going to have to teach us some airbending, some firebending. So we're going to wait for season 3 for that. So it's all good. Look, it was so many episodes in the animated series that they're condensing a lot of stuff. They're omitting some things. And it's like, we just got to rock it. We got to rock it. Are they delivering a good show? I think they are.
I agree. Look, I look at this show the same way I looked at One Piece. One Piece is listen, it is over 1,300 episodes in One Piece. Right, we've already had 2 seasons so far of One Piece. You're not going to fit a gajillion of them episodes into an 8 episode season, so you're gonna have to condense and cut some things out. Right, you just want to get the essence of what the season is about. I feel that's what they did. Now I think it's like 20 some episodes in season 2, or sorry, book 2 or chapter 2, which was the Earthbending book for Aang. It's like you got like 20 something episodes. They cut it down to 7. Like you said, BA, I still got the essence of what they were trying to do from book 2 or whatever, right? I got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to. I understand. I'm not stupid. I understand it's not going to be exactly like it. You're going to take some pieces out. But people act like, oh, you got to do this and do that and that. But are you going to find time for that? What are you going to find time for that? He already got each episode an hour. Each episode was an hour. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to put as much there as they can from a 20 plus, 20 to 30 episode season into 7 episodes, which being an hour each. They did a pretty good job, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I love this show. Like you said, BA, you said what I was getting ready to say. The last 3 episodes was I'm like, okay, hold on. I'm ready for season 3 now. After what I seen in the internet. The one negative I will say, the last episode didn't have. I still like the last episode. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't have that same impact as it did in the anime. You know what I'm saying? Like the anime, it was like, yo, you really felt it because there was like an emotional weight in that last episode for obvious reasons or whatever, right? You know, but Aang had got hit with the lightning and all that stuff. Because remember, she hit him in the behind to cut off his services ties from the what's it called, Avatar state or whatever. So, they did a little different. It went through him or whatever. So, which that's a killer.
That real quick?
Yeah.
While we was watching that on Nickelodeon, whenever it came out, we did not know that season 3 and everything that was going to be about. We didn't know that.
Yeah.
The cliffhanger was the cliffhanger because we didn't know that the next season was coming at whenever it came. We know that now. So even like they could not have that same weight because we know he's going to come back, he's going to grow his hair out, and he's going to get the fire bending. Like that's happening. So it was like the shock is just not going to be there. But is the flow good enough to take you there? And I think that's what you was also saying.
That's what I was saying. Not to say like, yeah, you're right. We already know the outcome was going to happen for season 3 or whatever. I guess is what I meant. Like the journey leading up to that, it felt a tiny bit rushed in the last episode when he got to that part. Because when he got to that, it's like, okay, he about to get electrocuted. Bam, she electrocuted him. It's like, okay, it didn't feel like, you used to kind of did feel that emotional weight to it or whatever. But other than that, like I said, I liked it, man. Zuko stood out. Like Zuko, man, that dude needs to get some type of award or something, bro. I don't know if they took this dude straight out the goddamn anime or what, bro. Him, Toph, like you said, cuz took her straight out the anime. Uncle Iroh, dude. What's her name? Azula, like, bro. Everybody did well. Even what's her name? Like Zuko and Sokka, they both embodied what the characters were in the anime. Like Sokka sounds just like he did in the anime and everything. I thought he might have been the one who was, which is crazy, bro. So it's like, yo, they did their thing on that. I know some people complaining about Mai, talking about she's a little weight and all this stuff. Like, bro, I don't care about that. Does she embody what that character does? She pretty much did. She was a little bit more cold-blooded, because she was willing to kill people and stuff like that. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like I got the gist of it.
And that was the same thing for Azula. That one scene where she flipped on a general dude for the Earth King, right? And she killed like 7 people at one time. Like that wasn't in the animated show. Guess what? It was better.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it was better. Like how else can I show the levels that she's willing to go? And I only got 7 episodes to do it. You feel me? We don't have, like you said, we don't have extra 13 episodes to go through it. So in that one scene, I said, God damn, at least that was a shock. Say it again.
You said 7 episodes. She killed 7 dudes. I was like, yeah. I was like, dang, even though dude was like, whoa, like he's like, oh my God, like she
made a mistake.
You did this, bro. It's your fault. But yeah, bro, that's crazy though, man. Like I said, I love the show, man. I can't wait till season 3 drops. I think I said they're gonna drop around the same time next year, if I'm not mistaken, or early next year. One of them, I can't remember. But because what you get is, man, what's your Kaioken rating of this?
I give it an 8 point. I give it an 8.2. It's definitely going to be rewatched. For sure, be rewatched before season 3 come out. Absolutely enjoyed it. They said, yeah, we knew what the cliffhanger was, but the way that they just did it, just walked through it, it was a good show. Like I said, as soon as I saw that 63, it's like, yo, we got ourselves a banger.
What about you, BA?
I'm gonna give it a 8.25.
Damn, I thought you were gonna say 8.5.
So, for the simple fact that, like, I like the fact that they did not hide from the fact that this dude grew like 7 inches, from season 1 to season 2. Like he had a mean growth spurt, and they did not shy away from it. Other places, other creations and things of that nature, they would act like it didn't happen. They would act like it never. Oh, he's just the same size as he was. Like, no, he's not. Like,
I see you with my eyes.
All the lies.
The Trisha lying eyes.
They went right to it in the first episode, and they did it twice in the first episode. I was like, shit, there we go. I'm good at that. Everything else was just for me smooth sailing.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm gonna give it 8.5, man. Like I said, I liked it. The visuals were beautiful. Like I said, the acting was A1. It did what it could do as far as what they were working with, as far as trying to bring to life what the anime did. Like I said, I compared it to One Piece. You're not gonna get all episodes in one season or whatever, right? Give it the true essence of the show. What are you capturing the essence? Yes, you are. Okay, you're doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen other renditions of cartoons being turned into live action and they don't turn out well. In my opinion, this is one of the ones that turned out well. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'll give it 8.5. I'm definitely ready for season 3. Like you said, because I forgot to watch I think it was BA or somebody that warned us, like, hey, y'all, Avatar come out tomorrow or whatever it was in the group. And so I completely forgot because I would have watched season 1, so I would have just flowed right into season 2. You know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, did y'all watch X-Men 97 yet? Season 1?
No.
Yeah. I did. I'm ready. All right, y'all. Let's get to this next one here. House of Dragons episode 2. So check it out, man. House of Dragons season 3 episode 2 is the highest rated episode in the series, which is crazy. The first one was the highest rated. I guess we'll get the highest rating each week. So season 3 episode 2 was a 9.4. Season 2 episode 4 was a 9.4. Season 1 episode 8 was a 9.3. Season 1 episode 10 was a 9.3. So the season everybody talked bad about is season 2. And one of the episodes was tied for the highest in all the ratings of all the seasons and all them things. BA, what's your thoughts on this, man?
It's BS first and foremost. That what you just showed. I know it's real, but it's BS, and I'm gonna tell you why. This should have been a 9.5 or a 9.6 to me. When Emma, I think that's their name. When Rhaenyra, it's hard, man. Pause. Like I was watching it and I was just like, when they started the show quiet, right? And it was just her. They were just bringing Jason, and she was like, "What's going on? What you doing? Like, why are you laying there? Like, get up. What's happening?" So it was the denial, right? So she went through like multiple stages of grief right there
at one time.
And bro. At one time, I was like, "Yo, that's very, very realistic, man." Because people do that. They don't want to believe what's in front of them. You know what I'm saying? And she did that, bro. Like she embodied all that, and that was just the first 5 minutes. And then if you combine the first 5 minutes to the last 5 minutes of that show, when she had to do what she had to do, she when she went to Otto and blunted him the first time and then sliced him the second time, I was like, and then they showed her walking in his blood puddle.
In the blood, yeah.
To take that throne, which is the second person. Well, she was the first, but it was only been 2 females to sit on the throne, which was her and Shorty from Game of Thrones. So it's like this doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking about Damon. I'm gonna get to Damon in a whole up second. But I was like, yo, if I was planning to send a show to the awards, to the Academy Awards, this is it. This is it. She deserves something more than just a person that was on this show. You feel me? Like they did exactly. I say she because she's playing a queen. She's phenomenal. That was just one, right? 2, Damon. Oh my God! Like he was just walking and just smoking dudes as he was just going. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, and he didn't stop. He need more fights. Yeah, I mean, so that was spectacular. the middle part, like it was no lack of. I told Will, I was like, this is like the fourth quarter of a Super Bowl. Like the tension is so thick that it's like the whole entire show was like that. I was like, yo, when are we going to breathe? When is the comedic relief here? Like it was none. There was no comedic until Damon saw Otto in the jail cell.
I need to laugh. Somebody help me.
I need to laugh. At some point, Aegon had 2 scenes in this joint, and it was him and the club. Like, yo, I'm not talking. Like that's why I'm asking for the alcohol. I don't like you right now. And then once he saw the dude that he was stabbing him with the arrow, I laughed at that. So I was like, he made the most of that one particular scene, and that's all he had. That's all he had in the whole show. So that was good. Even the pause for the black family, just one scene, even though millions was just burning away. They still had each other.
Right.
And we know certain relationships are going to continue from this, but it was just like at one point I got them all together. And I was fine with seeing that visual moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to hit the fan, but I got that scene and I'm okay with that. I told y'all there's no way that they're going to top season episode 1. I said it's impossible. I was wrong. I was wrong. Now everyone's saying season 3 is about to begin next week, so we will see if there's a significant drop off. But they can. I'm gonna say this right now. Even Amon had a little joint slicing his dealing with folk till he got stabbed in the back.
I hate that, man. For those people, man.
They cannot continue this for episode 3. There's no way that they're going to, because I think episode one was 9.3 as well. So I think like if you had 5 and 6 or whatever like that, I think episode 1 was a 9.3. So you got a 9.3 and a 9.4. There's no way that there's going to be anything plus a 9.2. There's no way. Not supposed to happen like that. What you got?
Man, listen, for everything that you're just saying, I especially can't say it here, but it's the Aegis on Dragons. Like that was lit. Like having the family together, that was lit. This episode, like you had what's her name, lady. Doing a supposed to be betrothed to Jace, Lena.
Yeah.
She bringing Jace back, had his body on the dragon with her, bringing him back to his mom, and then Rhaenyra was just broken, like you said. BA was like, "What have you done?" It was like, "Oh my goodness." And then like the night was like, "You could." Like my life is yours to take. I was like, what good does that do? Like, you betrayed me.
I thought she was gonna do it. Do it.
Now it was when she said, "What? If I end up doing it, then now I'm down a night, and I still don't have my son." So like I felt her with that one. It was like, what point does that do now? For her with Otto, I said it in. I was okay with the original with her taking multiple swings because like for real, talking about how would your father look at the kingdom now? It's like if you wouldn't have walked your custody daughter up to my dad, all this wouldn't have been happening. Like this is your fault. You talking about look at the kingdom now when it's your fault that all this is happening. All you have to do is kill.
He did it so he had some type of control.
Exactly. But it was such a great episode. Yo, I'm surprised BA didn't mention it. But when Rhaenyra walked in and talking about bring me Aemon, the usurper, like she hit every part of that. It's like the usurper. Make
I
sure that
need
it
y'all to
was
understand
enunciation.
who I want y'all to go pick up. That's what I need y'all to understand.
Exactly. So it was that. It was like, is she got to be nominated for something after this episode. She might. I get it. She might not
Has to
win
be.
because it's a lot of other episodes, but she got to be nominated because like this was phenomenal. Uh, it was like it's just hard to explain. It like if just for as far as like people that don't watch it, like this this is something that we talk about as far as just good TV is that is to have appointment TV. Like it's the certain shows that you set your calendar to. You said you just know when it's going to come on. Be ready for it because you need to watch it. You know that a large amount of the population is watching it as well. We'll be talking about it. Just being wanted to be part of it as well, be part of that community. Like these first two episodes has been next level. I don't know if my sister talked to you, Rel, but she even asked me if she needed to finish Game of
Season 1.
Thrones.
Oh,
Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
well, she want to know if she needs to finish Game of Thrones to watch House of the Dragon. I was like, no, not really, but it help you with the idea of what's going on as far as like who's connected. But you can
Yeah,
watch
it'll
this
give
one
you hints
before.
of somebody in the future, which is
Yeah,
on Game of Thrones or whatever.
exactly. I tell the was like, no, you ain't gotta watch. You can just hop straight into House of Dragons, and it's gonna be on the popper because this is next level. It's just great TV, great writing across the board. It's yeah. This the that 9.4, like BA said as well. They undercut the rating. It was phenomenal. These first two episodes, it's been fire. What you got, bro?
No, I agree with everything y'all said, man. I ain't gotta add too much to it. Just a fact, like you said. I'm ask y'all this. Now y'all see what these first two episodes did, right? Been the most
Yeah,
fire TV of all time, right?
yeah.
Yeah, did that make y'all nervous for episode 8?
No,
So
I think they can bookend it really well. I think
if
It,
basically like 3 through 6 probably
mhm,
will hit a lull. Just because like being able to keep this level
yeah, possible.
it's tough. Yeah, it's tough to do. But if you
Because
can do 4 good episodes and bookends as far as
mhm.
bookends, I think they can. I think they can pull that off.
Oh, so you
Uh,
saying do the first two, then the last two?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
yeah,
Cause I was gonna say, cause like if listen, if let's just say hypothetically, we all agree it's gonna be like this is like a 9.4, 9.5 or whatever.
yeah.
If the last episode is not a 9.4 or 5 or higher, do y'all count that as a failure, or it just like it depends on the circumstances? Like what y'all think?
I wouldn't call it a failure because if it hits still like a 9.3, it's not a failure.
Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
just, oh man, yeah, I was almost there to take it to the next level. But yeah, if it still hits over a 9, I'd still call it good and really good. But I wouldn't call it a failure at all.
I agree. What you think, BA?
it depends on where they cut it off at. Are we finishing this thing, this whole series in season 3, or is it going to be a season 4?
Mm,
Because the way people kick the bucket, I'll say that, um, is epic before like this is epic levels of kicking the bucket. So I think it's going to end very, very well, and I think it's going to have multiple segments throughout the season to keep it at a high, +8 or whatever the case. So,
Oh,
um,
oh,
4 seasons.
it's for
yep.
see, and just like
Yes, there
season
will be a
two,
fourth season.
they dragged it out and then they cut it off, and then
Mm-hmm.
they was like season 3, boom. These 2 episodes could have been the bookend of season 2.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just as easy. And then we would have been
Hmm.
sitting there in the whole off season with her on that throne, looking at the shorty that I just killed your father. Like that's you know what I'm saying. So if it's going to be 4, then I'm not. I don't know. It's shaky now. It's shaky.
Oh man, got you nervous. I think it stick to landing, bro. Hopefully it does. Like I said, season so far, the expectations are up here now.
Yeah.
So did hold on? Did season 2 start off the same way? Not the same way as 3, because that's high bar.
No,
Did it start off this? Did it start the same way as season 1?
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, one was pretty good. The first 2 episodes, they were pretty good. They weren't 3 level, but they were pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So, what's y'all's Kaioken rating on this episode? What's your Kaioken rating?
Yeah, I'm giving it like 9.6. It was for my TV. This is absolutely.
What you have episode 1?
That was like 9.5.
Okay, so you went up 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What you got, BA?
This is a 10.
Ooh, we got our first 10, ladies and gentlemen. Our first 10.
I thought about it, guys, and I'm thinking like what part could have been better?
Mm-hmm.
I went through this. I rewatched it, and I was like, what part could have been better? And I'm like, you might have a difference of opinion.
No, I'm literally trying to go through it in my head. Like there was no flaws in there. I can't find none.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough ass.
What'd you get 1 again?
1 was probably like a 9.5 if I said it yesterday, last week or something. 9.5, 9.6, something along those lines.
I think I might have said like a 9.4 or something like that for 1. Yeah. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna be in the middle here. I'm gonna say 9.7. Wait, what'd you say? You said 9.6. What'd you say?
9.5 for 1, 9.6 for this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say like
that's higher.
I'm gonna say like 9.75. 9.75.
It's downhill. It's got to come down. That's where we at.
Listen. So I'm gonna say this. I'm not expecting you gotta give me 9.5s. It'd be nice. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I don't want you to give me 9.5s, but it's not gonna be fair for us to expect them to give us 9.5s every. Yeah, it's what I'm saying. Like, as long as they know God during 6 or 7, nothing like that. If you give us 9.5, like you go from 9.5 to God during 7.5, we got an issue. So if you can stay during that 9 range, if it's like a 9.1, okay, that's cool. It's still good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. All right, y'all. We get to this main topic now, man. This conversation has been going around the interwebs, man, talking about SuperGirl. So let's get to it. Let's see what your co-CEO had to say, Big J. He got excuses already made and out and about. Peter Safran made a statement about SuperGirl's poor box office performance. Let's see what he got to say, man. I think it is one of these. I can't remember. It might be this one. What's going on? Oh, there you go. All right. Oh, nope, that's not it. Where are you? That's not it either. Where are you? Peter Safran, where your statement at? Where is your statement? Oh, here it is. He says, while SuperGirl didn't meet our box office expectations, it's just one component of a broader, long-term strategy at DC Studios that we remain confident in. Now, I'm trying to read this. So the film opened with a $68 million at the global box office. It's a domestic opening that was lower than Big J's favorite movies, Flash and Morbius. And the stories just keep continuing. Check this out. So SuperGirl's writer is still writing Teen Titans and Wonder Woman. Well, fellas, let's get to it. Big J, what's your thoughts, man? Does it give you confidence that we're about to get the most fieriest Teen Titan and Wonder Woman movie of all time because this great writer is on it? What's your thoughts on this whole thing, man? Peter Safran, pretty much saying that we're gonna still move forward, we're still confident with our plan, and then of course the writer's gonna be writing Teen Titans and Wonder Woman. What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, so Anna Neguera, she was the writer, right? So actress
Mm-hmm.
turned writer.
Mm-hmm.
Was in the original Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, I was looking at some of the stuff she's done, and I'm trying to see here. Let's see here. She wrote on El Jefe in 2012, and let's see here, Never Here, The Batter Is Down, We Win, Hightown. Y'all heard any of these hits that I'm going through here? Yeah.
Oh yeah, all of them.
Hefe.
These
Oh,
all
okay.
great
I'm
hits,
just.
man.
I was waiting for some
Hefe
reaction.
sounds
I said,
familiar.
maybe I was just nostalgic over all the awesomeness of all her
No,
former
because
work.
you heard the term of Hefe. That's what it is.
Probably. It probably really.
So my thing is, man, I looked at this and I looked at the Rotten Tomato score for this movie. Rotten Tomato score for this movie as right now is 55 tomato meter, 76 popcorn meter. Now
Mhm.
compared to the other DC movies. Now, what's two of the worst DC movies that you can think of? And I'm talking about recent movies.
BBS.
No, I would say Shazam. Not Shazam. What's that movie? Black Adam.
I didn't even look at that one. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up because I pulled up the two I thought about.
What's the? Oh, Wonder Woman and Black Adam.
No, Wonder Woman and Aquaman 2.
Oh, Aquaman 2. Yeah. I forgot about Aquaman 2. Sorry, Wonder Woman 84. That's what I
Yeah,
meant. Not
Wonder
Wonder
Woman
Woman.
84.
Wonder Woman
It was
84.
Wonder Woman 84. That's what I
Yeah.
looked at. The first one, no, I ain't had
We
no
know.
problem. But yeah, Black Adam was 39 and 87. Aquaman 2 was
Jesus.
33 and 79. But see, Wonder Woman 89 was 57 73, which is almost they're right there within a percentage of each other on both
Yeah.
scores. Oh, they're 53 76. 55 76 versus 53 and 57 and 73. So then I looked at the box office for Wonder Woman 84, which hit gross total 169 million worldwide.
Mm.
So, like I said, this one's at 67 right now, and then I looked at what's coming out this year in the next few weeks. So you got
Minions
Minions.
come out.
Minions about to drop in July 1st. So that's this week. Minions drop. So if you can't hold off Minions, it ain't got a shot because then in
Have
July
you seen
10th,
Minions? You seen the critics rating on Minions right now?
I didn't pay attention. I mean, one it's Minions, so I think people gonna go. Kids gonna want to see it anyway.
Yeah, bro, and it's like it's over. It's the highest rated Minions movie. It's at 93 right now.
Oh, we'll see. I ain't know.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
But here's the other part though. Guess what?
See,
Moana
you
comes
saying,
out.
sir?
Moana comes out the next week. Then the Odyssey comes out the next week. So whatever it's gonna make this. Well, it has to make before this weekend. Otherwise, it's not gonna make any more money. It's not. I don't think it's got legs. And once again, that's not saying. I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's better than Black Adam. I think it's better than Aquaman 2, definitely by miles. I think it's better than. I think it's better than Wonder Woman 84 because Wonder Woman 84 was easy. This one wasn't easy. It just wasn't. It wasn't true to its source material. And I think that's what annoyed so many people who was looking forward to seeing the source material on screen.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said, there's been a lot of backlash from people all over the community. I saw like some of my dudes.
It's funny you said that, BJ. Thank you. I'm glad you said that. I forgot to read this off. So check this out. Speaking of backlash, did y'all know 83% of the negative reviews for SuperGirl are from male critics?
No, that's tracks.
That don't surprise.
But yeah, you were saying.
So some of the criticism I don't like, and because I've been seeing people talking about Millie Alcock directly. Like, there's been a lot of people saying that she looked like Sid from Toy Story and all this stuff, and I'm like, that's just uncalled for. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I think she did a good job in the movie. I think she's a talented actress, and
she did a great job. What they gave her.
Yeah. So all this hatred and stuff, trying to criticize her looks because like that's not cool. And the people that's critical don't look as good as she do.
Yeah.
You to be them people with those little no pictures up and all that stuff got something to say. So you know how they go, bro.
But yeah, I think they did. I think they're doing it unfairly. I think the movie, like I said, it deserved better from the studio. But I think the studio kind of, like I said, halfway through, kind of realized, well, this ain't what we thought it was going to be, and kind of walked away.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I wish it would have done better. But I think if this fails and depends on what happens with the next movie, I mean, like I said, Clayface is not going to be a banger. I don't see Clayface making $400-500 million just because it's a spinoff, but probably R-rated type movie, and I don't think
niche.
it's gonna make that much money. Yeah, it's a horror movie.
So
Based
luckily for them, they only shot it for $70 million.
But then what's the next? And so then that means that Superman is gonna have some heavy lifting to do. And like I said, I don't know if y'all heard. I was supposed to send it to y'all, but they're talking about that they think they know who the new Superman is. I mean, the new Batman is.
Oh, we gonna talk about that? We got all that.
Okay, because they're thinking that they pulling him out now to try and save, because you're trying to lift it up on these obscure characters that nobody knows. And that's what that's what your boy loves, James Gunn. But like I said, that doesn't, you can't lift an entire universe on characters nobody heard. I know Marvel did it with the C team, but that's because they literally didn't own any rights to anybody. They didn't own rights to Spider-Man. They didn't own rights to any of the top characters. So the X-Men, the Fantastic Four. So they had to go and use their C team and build that up into the Avengers and make people care about them. It wasn't because, this is cute and clever. That's all they had to work with. Because nobody knew about it. Nobody cared about Iron Man before. Robert Downey made it cool. I mean, people knew the stories, but Iron Man was not a major character. You know what I mean? The demon in the bottle and all that stuff, he was a joke. He was a weird little dude with the suit that was shaped like his body and most of the stuff. So, and Nick Fury was not like, you know what I'm saying? The characters they chose, they made cool.
But good storytelling.
Good story. But like I said, James Gunn is like, because he loves obscure characters. He's like, you know what? Let me go grab these people. SuperGirl, never, like I said, never been a successful movie we've seen. The last one made 20? I think it was 26 or 45 million was the worldwide gross.
Worldwide, yeah.
And I'm like, and so that's what you picked to be your number 2 coming out the bat. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah. He didn't do Batman. He hasn't done Wonder Woman. And I'm like, and he keeps talking about I'm waiting for the script to be perfect. But like I said, this script is not perfect. And if this is what you call a perfect script, after calling Flash the greatest superhero movie you ever saw, I'm wondering I'm wondering about your superhero movie taste, man. He's the one told us that Flash was the greatest superhero movie he's ever seen. So you can say that's James Gunn, but I'm just telling him, hey, that's what he talked. That's his words, man.
No, I mean he did. He said it. I can't sit there and say he didn't say it. He said it. You right. What you got, BA?
I think this adds on. I think Anna, she came out recently and said that she misinterpreted the ending of the comic. Of
course.
Yeah. Some just don't hit send. If they ask you a question, find a way to get around it. That's not what you needed to say because it was obvious, but it's okay. I agree with Jay. It was a lot. It was a lot riding on Supergirl, and you just didn't do enough. You didn't do enough. You didn't. Whatever the goal was, it wasn't achieved. And it's going to be a failure. I guess that's just it is what it is. Sometimes it's best to stick to your big guns. I mean, Red was saying it from day one. Where's your Batman? Where's your Wonder Woman? Like these you need your pillars for a reason. And I tried to make a case saying Supergirl could be the next Wonder Woman or take the place of it if they landed, if they knock it out the park, and they did not. So it's Gal Gadot still stands tall. So it's just, at least for that person, right? It's just it is what it is. So it's nothing. It's not like I said. Jay said a lot. It's not too much to add to it. I do want to rebuttal a little bit on the Iron Man situation because we're not going to act like that 94 TV series wasn't like top rated. Like a lot of people did know about Iron Man. I think I just want to push back a little bit on that. I knew about it. People know about Iron
Man. Fire intro, by the way. What you got, cuz?
It's kind of upsetting to see how underwhelming it has done, especially compared to when it gets compared to like your Morbius. Because Morbius was the absolute bottom of the trash can movie.
Whoa. You gonna upset BJ? Don't do that.
So just to see that, it was kind of upsetting. Not surprised about the incels being the one that's upset about it either. because that's just a thing. They don't like strong women, and they don't like people to be against the bride wives as well, or the child wife as well. So there's a couple things that they didn't like about it. Uh, but yeah, it's just upsetting that it didn't do much better because yeah, like Big J said, moving forward, it's going to be really hard for it to get any sort of money because you have millions for the kids coming out. You have Moana for those like me who really enjoyed the animated movie, who's will want to see the live action just to see what it's about, how close they get to those songs and stuff, and the graphics with it. Then shortly after that, you have Odyssey, you have Spider Man, and so you have two. You have not just two, but you have these massive bangers between Spider Man and Odyssey coming out, and then you have good bangers when you come to Minions and Moana. So yeah, it'll be a tough carry going forward. Uh, yeah, Gunn definitely should have. I feel like it will be okay overall, but do feel like he should have uh, uh, stayed with the pillars because you own the rights to the pillars and used them instead of going with the obscure characters. Your what is it? I'm proud to say, but it's essentially now that we see what's happening, we have a better idea of what could have been better, and it is what it is. But I think it'll be okay moving forward. But he got a lot of work to do ahead of time.
Listen, so I was listening to John Campia yesterday, I think it was. He had a good point that I didn't think about. When I know people already are panicking online that, oh man, the DCU is dead now. And he brought up a great point that I completely forgot about just because I like the movie. So he brought up the fact, y'all remember when Iron Man 1 came out?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loved it. It was great. He got great reviews, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Y'all remember what movie followed up behind that? The second movie in MCU?
Captain America.
The Hulk.
Yep. The Hulk. Do y'all know what the Hulk did as far as the critics and overall box office?
Mm-mm.
Not too good.
It was underwhelming.
Not too good.
Very good.
Yeah, pretty much. And so he used that example of, remember, Kevin Feige and them didn't see Hulk. Remember, Chris was killing that movie. I remember. After the fact, after I saw it, and then maybe a couple years later down the line, I heard people like, oh, it wasn't this and that and this. I'm like, I like the Hulk movie. But yeah, like I said, it got panned. You said what?
It was definitely better than the 2003 version.
Yeah, in my opinion, it was.
Eric Bana? Y'all hating on Eric Bana?
Now I like the Eric Bana. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but it was different.
How would it actually turn into the Hulk?
Yeah.
You know how expensive that is, man.
So we don't make a Hulk movie then.
Look, sir, the accountants are sitting there. The accountants are sitting there like, hey, we need less of that.
Can you do me a favor? This hour and a half long movie, can y'all turn him into the Hulk the last 20 minutes of the movie? Like, bro, what are we doing?
We need villains. How about dogs? 3 dogs.
Yeah.
That's
fact,
good
not
enough.
Just one. We want you to get 3.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sounds good to me. But no, like I said, it didn't do too well as far as critics and all that stuff and box office wise. And so Kevin Feige did not waver. They stuck with their guns and they moved forward. And of course, now we see what the MCU is today. So I kind of agree with what you were saying, because I think they're gonna be fine, man.
Did Iron Man 2 come out next after that?
When did Thor?
Thor, I thought was next.
And then Iron Man 2?
Yeah, I think Thor was next. And did Iron Man 2 come out before
I think it's Iron Man.
Captain America?
It might have been Thor because First Avenger came out last out of those guys. I'm gonna say it had been Thor because remember Iron Man 2 got panned. Remember? And I think they started kind of picking their stride up around that time with Thor or whatever. When Thor came out or whatever. So, but yeah. So I've said I'm with you, cuz I think they'll be fine, bro. Because if Clayface can knock it out the park. So I was gonna say something about that news you talking about the Batman thing, Big J. We gonna matter of fact, we can talk about that right now while we talk about this. This is all the same thing. So So John Campea says the DCU's Batman has been cast, that he knows who the name is. So right now, this is the rumors right now. So supposedly, several online scoopers have indicated that the actor Tom Brittney is reporting joining the DCU as Bruce Wayne / Batman and is set to first appear, check this out, y'all, in Clayface, which is slated for pickups this week. So supposedly he was one of the guys who auditioned for Superman. So it's kind of like Nicholas Hoult. Remember when they said Nicholas Hoult auditioned for Superman, and then James Gunn was like, you know what, I think he'll fit better as Lex Luthor. Or it's probably one of those cases with this. He went and auditioned for Superman, and he probably felt that he would play better as Bruce Wayne / Batman. He's also a name that a lot of people are throwing out there as like, like fan casting and all that stuff. So I'm gonna ask y'all this: how true do y'all think this is? How true do you think this is, Big J? Do you believe this, or are you thinking like, no, I don't think they casted him yet?
I think reactionary, like you said, they're doing it during pickups. So I think that they're looking at what's going on. They're like, we need to do something because people aren't just like, everybody's not amening his stuff right now.
Right.
And so I think that they need to go ahead and bring in one of the big hitters. They need to either do either Wonder Woman has to show up or Batman has to show up. And you can't sit there and do, because it's like doing the Venom movies. You can't do movies with of the superhero universe without the superheroes in that universe. And so you can't do a movie with Clayface in Gotham without ever showing Batman.
Right. I agree. What you got, BA?
It leads to that thinking, but then once you understand, you say to yourself, they can't use Spider-Man, and I see what's happening here. However, there's nothing stopping them from using Batman, which that's what we're talking about here. There's nothing stopping you from finding and casting your Bruce Wayne. Like just do it. Like get it done. So at least he can appear some kind of way. He doesn't necessarily have to be the full-fledged Batman, but sure, he can be Bruce for a little bit till Batman comes out. So we set up that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type vibe to him or something. Like there's a lot of things that could be done. There's nothing in the contract saying that you can't have Bruce, but we coming out with everything else, in which we're probably going to talk about more later, other than just freaking Batman. So yes, if you're telling me that he's in this some kind of way, I will hope so at this point.
I agree. What you got, Cuz?
Yeah, it's exciting the fact that they could have him casted. It only makes sense to bring him out now. Like BA been saying the last two episodes, everything but he giving us everything but at this point. So it's about time to close that gap and give us our guy. It will be dope to just have him as Bruce. Not necessarily, like I said, don't have to be Batman because it's supposed to be a horror thing. So you don't really need Batman within that. Because it's the body dysmorphia to go with. So you really don't need Batman in that particular one. But to have Bruce and Wayne Enterprise being part of the issue or being part of it would be pretty interesting. So it is exciting that the possibility of the news breaking in the next couple of weeks, especially with Comic-Con a month away. So here we go. We're right here. What you got, Big J?
That's real.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Listen, I told y'all. I don't think this is a coincidence that we're getting this news, y'all. I don't think it's a coincidence. What you just say, Cuz? What's coming on at the end of the in the month?
Comic-Con.
I'm trying to tell y'all. I've been telling y'all. I think they gonna announce this person or whoever as Batman. I think we're gonna get our Batman and our Wonder Woman at Comic-Con. I think this Comic-Con is going to be the biggest Comic-Con since that was it the Captain America Civil War and BVS announcement. When was that? Back in 16 or whatever it was. Yeah. I think we're gonna start getting that same. Yeah, I think we're gonna start getting that vibe again, man, from Comic-Con. You already see, like I said before, you already see Marvel down there getting stuff set up and everything, right? They got the little banners and stuff all out there in San Diego already. We ain't even close to it yet. And so I'm telling y'all, bro, do not be surprised if the dude walk out on stage or something like that. Talking about, yeah, he gonna be in Clayface or whatever the case is. He might get a Clayface trailer and we see, like I said, Bruce Wayne in it or whatever. Then also you talk about they doing some reshoots and all that stuff right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But Big J, like I said, so I'm gonna say something about that too. I don't want you to do this out of desperation. Was this part of your plan from the get-go?
I don't think so, man.
Or
I don't think that's why they're doing reshoots.
What? So okay, I'm gonna say this. Like, did you do the reshoots not with the thought of, damn, we failed, throw this in here to help us, or was it like, you know what, we have a clever idea to introduce him, so we're gonna put him in the reshoots? That's what I want you to do. Don't do this out of desperation, because when you start doing that, man, you just start doing some wild stuff that don't make sense or whatever, they don't fit or whatever. We got to go through that. Then we criticizing you for that. You did it out of desperation. If you had a plan from the get-go to do it, that's fine. Go ahead, BJ.
Why are you criticizing Captain America and the Brave New World? You know what I'm saying? I felt that you was attacking that and Giancarlo Esposito and all the other people that they put in that, Ruth Bassaret, and whose whole story changed, and you know what I'm saying, all the plot devices that changed in that movie and all the reshoots. So
my bad, BJ. I don't want my movie to feel like 5 different movies glued together. I'm sorry.
Now look, they're gonna do a throwback to Superman Returns in this one, because you know they got to reach back to the movie from 17 years ago, and Brandon Routh gonna show up, and he was like, "Oh dang!" I was like, "I didn't even know." I'm telling you, I do believe it's. I think it's almost desperation time over there, because like I said, if this one, so I think if it was just Warner Brothers by themselves, I think it'd be okay. But I do believe, like we've heard, that not Larry, that's the other Ellison boy showed up. His son.
God dang it.
Yeah, he showed up and met with James Gunn and kind of was like, you know, wanted to hear
that boy name.
What's going on. It might as well. It ain't Ralph Ellison.
Name, but yeah. No,
I'll tell you this. Hold on. Larry Ellison.
We can keep going. We don't care about him.
But he did
we
show up.
Tanner. We call him Tanner.
It's David. David showed up, talked to him, and like I said, I think if that goes through in about 4 months, what they expect, which I hope it don't, but if it goes through, then he's got to get some of that $100 billion back that he got from them Saudis and stuff. You know what I mean? That they ain't just donating money for the sake of donating money. They already did that. They donated a whole plane to try and win favor. So I don't think they just gonna give away $30 billion just to make somebody feel good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna see though, man. We're gonna see. I'm hoping it's good. Like I said, we're gonna see Lanterns come out in about a month. July, August, yeah, it's about a month, so or a little over a month or whatever. So we'll see. We'll see how that go. Speaking of DC, man, we got more DC news, y'all. Check this out. So DC is reportedly, I think BA was talking about this in the group. DC is reportedly now prioritizing the Deathstroke and Bane movie, fellas. It said, damn it, that SuperGirl movie then made us alter our plans. So now they prioritizing this movie here. I'm gonna let BA take it away first. BA, what's your thoughts on this, man?
Your thing, my guy.
Every character.
Be nice. Be nice.
The city itself. Animation, claymation, renditions of Boy Wonders, but not Batman himself. That's what we get. That's what we get. I think this is going to actually catch some kind of fire, especially with Nightfall coming out, especially with Absolute. You know, I think these are things that's going to make a character like Bane stand out more. I mean, people still wearing Bane. Like it was a wrestler at a pay-per-view. He literally had the Bane mask on. Like the dude he's pretty much becoming one of his most iconic villains. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one. I think once people see Deathstroke is, you know, he's vicious. Although he has trouble with the Teen Titans, but you know he's overall vicious. And you know it's just it's a good pairing. This should not be PG-13 or anything else underneath that. It should only be rated R.
Yep. I agree.
You know what I mean? So if it's not, then I'm like, what are we doing here? But the sad thing is, I'm interested. I'm interested in this versus all the other side projects, including Clayface. Like, I'm interested in this versus everything else. The problem is, I'm still missing Batman. Just who was the person that's supposed to beat these guys? Like, that's the guy I want to see as well. So, so that's just what it is. So, because I was at the comments, then I clicked over to the private chat. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up right there. So it's everybody but Batman. So you tell me that Bruce Wayne is appearing in Clayface, I think that will just help out a lot of things. But yes, am I for this movie? When you have these two guys, it means one thing. That means somebody got to die. So that's right on my head. So I have no issues with that. And let's just keep that going. So yes, I'm gonna let the performer go next. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh man, look, man. The fun thing is, I was talking about the DC stuff going on in these projects with my son the other night, right? And I was trying to explain to him about the dynamic duo situation, and he was like, "Wait," he's like, "Why do you have those two?" And then I said, "Oh yeah, by the way, they puppets." And he's like, "Puppets?" Yeah, it's gonna be a combination of puppetry and CG. And he was like, and he was trying to figure, like, we talking about like the fuzzy puppets, like Muppet looking. Or I said maybe from like Team America, where. And he was like, none of this sounds good. I was like,
Christmas, that kind of vibe. It's bad.
So, like I said, I'm trying to be optimistic, but like I said, the more we see, the more it looks like they just desperate swerving. Now, see, there's a character that used to be on Saturday Night Live back in the days called Toonsis the Cat That Could Drive, and you would see, like, at some point he would just start swerving, and then he'd end up driving off the road. That looked like what's going on with this DCU stuff right now. The animated side is solid, but all the rest of the stuff that they're trying, these weird experimental things, is like, and once again, you got like, who greenlit this? Who thought? Like I said, once again, now you're gonna have two Batman villains without Batman in. Is this a Venom and Morbius team up? Is that what we're about to see?
Yeah.
Them just terrorizing Gotham without Batman actually being in the show at all.
And can't say his name.
Can't say his name.
What's the superhero's name here? Oh, it's
Vigilante. The Vigilante. That's what they're gonna call him.
Thomas Wayne's son. Thomas Wayne's son.
The Vigilante dressed like a bat.
He said Thomas Wayne's son.
I'm telling you, man, it's almost getting to that point of stupid over here.
Throw it all away.
Martha Wayne's son.
Exactly. Throw it all away at this point.
What you got, Chris?
But it's gonna be fun to watch. But we need Batman, my guy. We need Batman. You bringing out his entire rogue gallery. Outside of, like, the only at this point, you don't have Joker, you don't have Mr. Freeze, but Poison Ivy. But you bringing out Clayface. You have these two. You have the Robins and stuff. Like, you're supposed to have his rogue gallery essentially, but you can't have the man himself, which is just incredible to skirt around that. And what makes it worse is the fact that we have the Batman Part 2 that's coming out, and Part 3 won't come out for another decade. But we can't get a Batman within the DCU. So this got to get figured out.
Look, man. Either two. I like the premise of what this movie is talking about, as far as having Deathstroke and Bane. I like that idea. This is my thing, man. We hearing more. I think what Big J was saying. We hearing more about these other characters than we are of the main characters. Now, people are constantly asking James Gunn online and all this old stuff, Peter Safran and all them, constantly asking them, Where's Wonder Woman and where's Batman? Now, only reason why we heard about the Batman news was because John Campea happened to spoil it on one of his episodes on his show, right? Nobody really. It's not one of those main outlets talking about it or nothing like that, like they're doing with this. So, like I said, so technically we still don't know anything of what's going on with the Batman or Wonder Woman. I don't know why they're averting or running away from those two characters when those two characters can literally help out your entire studio franchise, whatever you want to call it, can really help them get him out the gutter, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just fell on your face with Supergirl. The last thing you want to do is continue to not introduce us to those two main people. So I listen, I understand you don't want to be identical to Marvel in any kind of way, and then people are gonna be thinking you're copycatting and blah blah blah. You want to do your own thing. But there are certain ways you can still do it without feeling like Marvel. Like there's no way. As soon as Marvel got Spider-Man, guess what they did? We dropped these Spider-Man movies, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Showing
as soon
them
as
everything.
they got Fantastic Four in them back, what they do? The first movie out of the Fox universe, we working on the Fantastic Four movie, right? You own all your characters, and we're still waiting for Batman and Wonder Woman to be mentioned in the movie, let alone be in the movie. So, look, man, I'm gonna give this man a little bit more grace, man. Y'all know I like James Gunn, man. You know, I like his movies and all that type of stuff. But we can't sit there if this don't work out or whatever. We can't sit here and get this guy a pass because we like his movies. The same way with killing Kathleen Kennedy. You might have to start catching some heat too, man. If things don't work out, you kind of move in a certain way or whatever, right? Like BJ always said, you're saying certain things, but you're doing something different from what you're saying. So I'm hoping this works out. I'm hoping we eventually get some news. I'm gonna still stick with Comic-Con. I think that's gonna be where we get our news for Wonder Woman and Batman. We got to. If we go past Comic-Con and we don't hear anything about those two characters, bro, I might have to be on Big J team after that.
They're gonna announce the Calendar Man movie.
Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna watch that. Y'all ain't no Calendar Man. That's the coldest villain of all time, man. Wait till November hit. Wait till November hit.
That's when the Condiment King comes out.
Oh my god. Hey, I can see him having a Condiment King as a little cameo in one of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go ahead and turn the page over here to Marvel, man. This is gonna be some interesting news. So check this out, man. It says Moon Knight could reportedly appear in a future Daredevil project, fellas. I don't know how excited you are about that. Cuz, what's your thoughts, man? You want to see Moon Knight and Daredevil team up?
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty exciting. I think at this point it would be expected. It's kind of like what I had told you all, that a lot of the TV characters can flow through Daredevil's show, since that will be the premiere show for Marvel. They have like these other bits and pieces and the one-off shows, but Daredevil will be just the main show, what it seems like, on Disney Plus. So it only makes sense that you have this character. Yeah, it didn't quite hit as far as that season, but you can grow him a little bit better on a greedy show like Daredevil. You can basically get back to what you want that character to be, especially if you want to. If this will end up leading to like your Midnight Suns type of situation, you can go ahead and bring them back. This will help bring them back into the Marvel, but also be able to get them to the gritty side that you want him to be as well. So this only makes sense to bring him into Daredevil, and then it just gives them a chance to upgrade him as well. So I like it. What you got, picture?
No, I could see like I said, Moon Knight. He could definitely be a street level character. I mean, he's got the mystical side, but I mean, in all honesty, I mean, Moon Knight is Marvel's crazy Batman. So it'd be cool to see them working together all against each other. You know, initially they might not realize, oh, we both good guys. So I could love to see them fight because both of them are highly trained. So I want to see that. I'd love to see them two go at each other. So I can see it. Not opposed to it. What you?
They would have to retcon Moon Knight if they do that.
Which part?
the whole like, I guess the magical, mystical side or whatever.
Well, I thought that was the whole thing.
I mean, he could still be attached to Conchu. I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about he gets stabbed, with the suit on, he can't die, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might have to retcon a lot of that, bro, and make it and ground him like he's supposed to be in the comics or whatever. So, but what you got, BA?
Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I see it. Now you might see Mark. You might see Steven. You might see Jake. You might get a combination of 2 out of 3. But I'm not putting my savings on seeing Moon Knight being Moon Knight in a Daredevil series. Not yet. I just don't.
You talking about like Moon Knight as we see them in the MCU? Or you talking about just Moon Knight, like a version of him? Oh, okay.
Damn near in general. Yeah, I just don't. And then it says future dead, like appearing in future. What is, if it ain't season 3? What are we talking about? Like
season
4.
Yeah,
like
probably post season 1.
Hell no. What Marvel's gonna look like post Secret Wars? Like, is that viable at that point? Probably, but he might be a part of his own franchise in a sense. With the Midnight Suns and things of that. So if that sells and that does well, you're not gonna see him a Daredevil too much like that. So yeah, you might see Matt Murdock hop in a cab, and he's like, "Oh, that's about all. That's the Easter egg you gonna get, and we gonna keep it moving at that point." That's just
it sound like you saying No Way Home when Matt Murdock caught the brick. I'm a good lawyer.
That's all you saw. Dude, everyone was like, "Oh, Daredevil, he's gonna be in it. He's gonna be him and Spider-Man."
They're the connection right there. BA, man, listen, I'm tired of you crushing hopes and dreams out here, man. Listen, I've been wanting these two to be on the screen together since I was a -5 years old. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm hoping if they do it, it's going to be after Secret Wars because, like I said, you got to retcon them, bro. That I don't know what that was. I don't know what that season of Daredevil, of Moon Knight was. And me and Cub were doing the show, and I talked about it. I said, man, I've been talking about Moon Knight having a show or whatever for like 800 years. We finally get it. I'm like, so this is what I've been waiting on. Like, this is what y'all give us now. You know what I'm saying? So they will have to, I don't know. I don't even know if Oscar Isaac would want to come back to do that. They might have to recast him. You know what I'm saying? Recast him. Like I said, retcon or do whatever. Like, start it over. And the fact that, you can start it over after Secret Wars, that could be a good excuse to kind of start them over and recast them and all that stuff. So, yeah, I definitely want to see these two in a show together. Like BJ said, working together, fighting against each other, whatever the case is, I definitely want to see them in the show together, man.
Be fine.
All right, y'all. Last but not least, check this out, y'all. Why the MCU Hulk? Why should I say why the MCU shrunk the Hulk? Here we go, y'all. This is we finally hear from the Russo brothers from their cell. He says, we nerfed him. We just didn't know what to do with him. He says, what do we do with this big, powerful character? So I guess everybody's speculation of the Russos and how they treated the Hulk was true. Well, Big J, what's your thoughts, man?
I mean,
since you thought the Russo brother did a great job.
You know what? See, no, that's why they remember. That's why in Civil War there was no Hulk, there was no Thor, because they said they didn't know what to do with them because if they was on either side, then they would be over with. And so in their mind, they couldn't even put them in. They had to put all the weaker characters in. So I mean, like I said, y'all be up here praising the Russos as the saviors of Marvel and all this. I said we're gonna see pretty soon. Because some of the stuff is cool, some of the stuff is not. Some of the stuff, like I said, they got hits and misses. Everything they make is not amazing. But I mean, what was that last movie they made for their own label?
Was it Electric State?
How did it do? What was the rating? What was it?
Oh my God, I don't want to talk about it, bro. I don't want to talk about it.
What was Rotten Tomatoes on that one? Let's see.
Boy, that movie was so trash, boy. Man, that movie was trash.
Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes was what, 13? 14.
Oh.
Dang, I was close. It was 14.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. Oh, that's absolutely crazy.
And they say, hey, we're gonna get y'all back to put y'all back on this multi-billion-dollar franchise. Come on.
That's crazy.
What you got, BA?
Sometimes you gotta know when you're defeated, right? And then we gotta pivot. They knew what they were doing with the Hulk. Like, he's too powerful, guys. Like, it's just it is what it is. Let him go into savage mode. Like, he's too much of a game changer to sell your movie. Like, why is he doing like this? Because the movie has to be made. That's why. Why was he in Civil War? Because the movie had to be made. That's why. If you put it in the movie's going to take a mean left. And we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. But when it comes to Spider-Man, it doesn't take a mean left because you have to deal with this onslaught of what a Hawk is. And, does he channel other versions of the Hawk? Does he go World War Hawk? Does he do this? Does he do World Destroyer Hawk? Like when does it stop? Right? So let's not even go that. Let's not even go that route. You know what I'm saying? Like let's do the little snap thing, and now he got one. His arm is slowly on the mend. Because it will kill everybody else. Cool. All right, bet. Because in that war, you would not have had that scene where you had Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor against Thanos.
Go against Thanos.
You wouldn't geeked out when Chris Evans, Steve Rogers picked up Mjolnir. You would not have geeked out because the Hulk would have been handling business. You know what I'm saying? Like so some things have to happen so the movie can happen. We have to nerf the Hulk so the movie can actually sell. And that's what they did. They took one step back to take two steps forward. And if you know that and you can sell it, and people gonna get upset. But did you like that scene? Did you like that scene when Steve Rogers had Mjolnir? Did you like that scene? You loved it. You loved it. Now you stop and don't say that to you. Say you loved it. So we gotta have certain things so certain things can happen. That's all I'm saying. And we're not gonna act like it's not there. You seen what the general guy said? How you not know where Thor and the Hawk is? I get fired if I didn't know where my nukes was at. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what I'm doing. We know what's going on, but we just don't care because we got to make this movie. That's all. That's all.
But like you said, they said that Captain America is one of their favorites. That's why he had to be in Doomsday. That's why they had to figure out a way to bring him back and make him young again in Doomsday because they love that character. And they've said it multiple times. So that's why the story has to be a Captain America focused story. But like I said, the Hulk, they don't know what to do with it. That's why I remember even in Infinity War, what was the first thing happened?
I was about to bring up.
Hulk, we ain't never seen Hulk catch hands. Come on.
So you telling me Josh Whedon know how to use them, but they don't?
And so.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. What you gonna say, Cuz?
Man, forget all that nonsense. They could have threw both of them up in there, have them on each side of it. Because for one, Banner was going to be on Iron Man's side, and of course, Thor will be on the other side because he want to prove that he's stronger. He's the strongest Avenger. So of course he got to be on the other side just so he can fight Hulk. That's all it is. So that's nonsense. Think outside the box, get creative, and have these two fight each other for a while.
So, what I'm getting y'all not buying what I'm selling. Y'all not buying it.
No. You're not even buying it.
I'm not.
You just talking.
I'm taking a little bit further. So you telling me Dustin Daniel Creighton know how to use the Hulk, but everybody else, but these two don't know how to use them. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They made two the highest grossing movie, but they don't know how to use the Hulk. I said, okay.
Exactly. No. That's just lazy. They just talking lazy. Nah. You could have had both of these dudes up in Civil War on the opposite side, just fighting each other. They didn't have to go against anybody else, just fighting each other because they were more than powerful to fight each other. And that would have been a great fight scene. because then it would have taken them off world at some point, just fighting or whatever. But it could have started at Civil War and then got pulled off to somewhere else, or to where you could still keep the Hulk big, and everything else could have followed with whatever storyline they would have go with. But just think outside the box. But so. Nah, I don't believe them. It's trash that they did it this way. Hulk should have stayed massive and savage, and they stole that from us. They stole a
Wait,
decade plus worth of savage Hulk from us.
he really did. Why you didn't just ask Kevin Feige what to do with him?
Like that's what I'm saying. Like you could, it's just simple. You y'all don't have to follow the source material, but use the just use it though. Like just use the source material. Okay, we don't have a
I did.
whole rogue gallery of characters for Civil War, but we have these people. So let's use these people. Don't shorthand yourself. Okay, that's all I got.
No, BJ said he proud of him for nerfing the Hulk. But yeah, man. Well, we can call it a night here, fellas. Let's go ahead and get to these questions, these comments, man, and we can see what the people are here talking about. Yes, sir. Let's see what we got, fellas. It says the official Edgar says hi. Oh, we got the blue Deadpool. I like that. It says Moana's gonna make big money. Yeah, I believe it will. She is pretty. She did a great job in the movie. Okay.
Millie Alcott. Yeah.
Oh, Millie Alcott. Yeah. Great point, bro. Salam also said, "What's up, man? I'm feeling it was going to perform poorly and predicted 250 globally. That's looking way too high now. So I think it's an all hands on deck situation. Revaluations are necessary. Yeah, man. Which is why, like I said, they let they turn their pages now to Bane and Deathstroke. So it looked what it looked like, BJ. I know you talking about. You don't know. I know y'all was like, you don't know why they bringing these characters in. You can make this movie for like 70 million. So that way, if you do make 200 million, it's profitable. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like what they're doing with Clayface. They're making it for like 70 million.
Deathstroke you can. Bane does require. I mean, it depends on which version of Bane they do. But if he's, if he got the venom and he gets bigger and all that, then that would require special effects and stuff. So
you just need that boom house.
Well, I was like, that's what Clayface is. Clayface, that requires a lot of visual effects because you're doing the body morphing and all that stuff. But it added practical in there too, my bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of practical stuff to make it cheap.
To a certain extent, though, like they do the CG, like the one scene where they showed him, like it showed his shadow, like transforming his hand into that mace or whatever. Like you're gonna need all that as part of the CGI or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like I think you can get away with it with Bane. You know what I'm saying? And so and still make it for under 100 million, which is what I think they're gonna try to do. You know what I'm saying? That way, the lower you make it, the more you have a chance of making a nice little profit off of it. So Salam says low key a bunch of MCU characters were nerfed. Yeah, somebody mentioned that on the last show. All the superpower characters pop off for a scene, then fall back. Yeah. Somebody else mentioned that in the comment section. I think like last show they talked about them being nerfed, like Thor being nerfed. Talking about the Hulk being nerfed. Can't think about else on top of my head, but yeah, I agree. I do agree, bro. I agree. They are kind of nerfed to a certain extent. But yeah, man, listen, we definitely appreciate everybody rocking with your boys, man, for another episode, man. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back here on Saturday. X-Men 97 drops tomorrow, so we encourage y'all to go watch that because we're going to be talking about the first 3 episodes on Saturday. All right. So join us for those conversations, man, for X-Men 97. Why do I feel like something else coming out, y'all? Am I missing something?
No, that's the only big thing. We did have... Yeah, that's the only big thing that you're hearing now. Here and there.
Okay. I feel like something else coming out. When did Batman Craig Crusader come out? Middle of the month? Cape Crusader Batman?
Oh, that's later on.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like 18th.
Yeah. Unless you watch Silo on Apple TV. They come that Friday.
So my wife probably thinks she love that show. Listen, like I said, y'all, we did appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, rocking with your boys. kicking out with your boys. We do this every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning. Y'all, so join us here for our next episode here on Saturday. We will be back. Go watch X-Men 97. We're gonna talk about that here on Saturday, y'all. So with all that being said, it's your boy Rev. Got Cuz in the building, BA and Big J. Cuz we geeked. We talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Big J said he putting his hot toys on. He said that Batman news is dropping on Comic-Con. And we out.